Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Big Vader, who was on the Steve Austin show. I love the Steve Austin show. And I've done a video on the Steve Austin show. The first time I remember Vader was in the WCW, and the thing that brought me out about him was he was such a big man, and yet he could do a backflip off the top rope. I thought, wow, how could a guy be so agile and be so big? And he just seemed so aggressive and big and strong, and a little on the husky side, if you ask me. And I remember when they brought him into the WWE, they kept calling him the man called Vader. I even remember the first video I saw about him, or the first promo, where it just showed a Colorado Buffalo things. And then I saw something on a video on a internet. Oh, that shows Vader's coming, and sure enough, it was him. But he's a very intelligent guy. I guess I already knew that from Bret Hart's movie, that the guy was a real estate salesman, and he did very well in college. But the interview was great. He talked a lot about coming up in Los Angeles area, coming up in Compton. Talked a lot about his dad and his mom and his family, his football playing career. He broke down his football playing career, all the different moves he did and how he coached the moves and who he played with. They got into a little bit about some of his better games and some of the things he did. For instance, he spent 3 quarters holding off Randy White, and I believe he got hurt in the 4th quarter, I believe is what happened. But don't quote me on that. And what was really interesting was when they started going into when he met Bruiser Brody and when he went into the AWA and all the tribulations and trials that he had. And I had not realized that he had been in the business so long. I guess that's the thing about being 53 years old. Things that don't seem that long ago, when you hear somebody else break them down and say, wow, that was 25 years ago. That was a long time ago. That was 30 years ago. It just seems like yesterday. But check that out. Vader was on the Steve Austin show. And I just want to say that, I kind of underwrote him for one of the greats of all time. I never really thought about it. I didn't know that he had won titles in Japan. And the next show, he's going to get into the match that he had with Stan Hansen, which is memorable, very memorable. All right, well, thanks, Mr. Vader, and thanks, Mr. Steve Austin Show.